Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. I'm Nathan Hager, joined by Bloomberg's Valerie Teitel as we get the week started with a lot of trade positivity this morning with the U.S. and China sounding like they could be getting closer to a deal. And I think we could probably talk about more than a few individual stocks that are moving just off the back of that news, Valerie. Good morning.
Yeah, that's right. Let's start with Nvidia, feeling a lot of the optimism on the back of these U.S.-China trade talks. It's outperforming across the Mag 7, up 2.5% in pre-market trade, and that comes as the U.S. and China are close to closing this trade deal. Now, while semiconductors weren't directly mentioned, better relations between the two could pose for a further breakthrough within the tech trade between the two world's largest economies. We also want to talk about rare earth miners. Nathan, they are on a back foot. MP Materials down 5%, critical metals down 7.6%, USA Rare Earths down 5.6%. This is on the back of U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent teasing that a preliminary consensus has been reached and includes a delay of China's rare earth export controls by 1 year.
And of course, it is a Monday, so we've got some deal news this morning, and one stock in particular is soaring on some deal news.
Yeah, that's Avidity Biosciences, up 44% in pre-market trade. Novartis has agreed to buy the biopharma company for $72 a share. So we're rising 44%, up just shy to $71 a share. So right below the acquisition level. It was a $12 billion deal for Novartis, the largest acquisition for the Swiss pharma giant in over a decade. And it seeks to boost its drug pipeline with this acquisition. Nathan, Avidity has experimental drugs focused on rare earth diseases.
Of course, this is a big week for earnings. Some of the biggest companies in the S&P 500 are going to be reporting, but one company that's reporting earnings is the biggest decliner this morning, and it is well away from the tech story.
Yeah, this is Carter's, the baby apparel company. Now, while we don't normally mention this stock, it is struggling with the fallout from tariffs. So it is telling us maybe a bit of a macro picture of what's going on in apparel. Carter's is down nearly 16% in pre-market trade. The company is dependent on imports from high tariff countries like Vietnam, Cambodia, Bangladesh. They have suspended their full year guidance and said it would reduce its workforce by 15%. The company also announced it would close 15% of stores in North America, which is up from its previous target of closing 10% as it aims to save costs on the back of tariffs.
And finally, Valerie, for anyone who wants to trade off the back of the Argentinian election results, looks like there's an ETF for that.
Yes, there is. ARGT is a U.S.-listed Argentinian ETF, and it is soaring in the pre-market, up 16%. Some bank stocks that are that also have U.S. ADRs are soaring over 30%. One of the big ones is BBVA Argentina. That's up 35%, or its U.S. ADRs are up 35% in pre-market trade. We also have the dollar bond soaring as well. This comes after Milei's party won the Argentina midterm vote that will give the libertarian leader a strong foothold in government, and the results should help ease doubts on whether Argentina will continue to receive crucial support from the U.S.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.